Guys, what is going on? Welcome to this Clash of Champions 2017 card predictions video. As you all know, the next WWE pay-per-view coming up is the Smackdown Live exclusive show on December the 17th, emanating live from Boston, Massachusetts. It's Clash of Champions 2017, the final pay-per-view before the end of the year. And I'm happy to say it's the only pay-per-view next month. As we all know, WWE's pay-per-view schedule was released yesterday, and real quickly I did want to talk about that and give my brief thoughts on it in this video. We have less shows next year, and I have to say I approve of that. I think less is more. I felt like having 2 pay-per-views a month was going to be overkill, and you oversaturate your market. It leads to less excitement for these shows. They just feel less special. When you have 2 a month, it's just like, oh, I gotta watch another pay-per-view on top of Raw, SmackDown. It's just too much. So I'm glad to see that they're scaling back on their pay-per-views next year. So real quickly, let's run down the pay-per-view schedule. On January 28th, we have the Royal Rumble. February 25th, we have Elimination Chamber. That'll be a Raw exclusive show. March 11th will be Fastlane. That's SmackDown exclusive. Of course, April 8th, WrestleMania 34. May the 6th, Backlash, Raw exclusive. May 27th is Payback. That's SmackDown. Now, change from last year, and I like this a lot. This is what I thought they should have done last year. Money in the Bank, June 17th, will be a co-branded event. So now we have 5 co-branded pay-per-views. It only makes sense, because I thought last year, why would you limit Money in the Bank to only one brand? You could do, a women's Money in the Bank match and a men's Money in the Bank match. If you want to do 4 from Raw and 4 from SmackDown, or 3 women from Raw, 3 from SmackDown, there you go. You could still do championship matches and what have you. But I would split it. I wouldn't, have a Raw Money in the Bank and a SmackDown Money in the Bank, and then a women's SmackDown Money in the Bank, and then have 4 briefcases. I think that would be overkill. I just think the winner would take that briefcase to their brand, and it would only apply to their brand. If a Raw superstar won it, then he can only cash in on a Raw champion. If a SmackDown superstar won it, they can only cash in on a SmackDown superstar. That way, you're not oversaturating the Money in the Bank concept by having 4 briefcases. Just think it would be way too much. But I like that. It's a co-branded event. We have July 15th. That's Battleground. That's going to be Raw exclusive this year. August 19th is, of course, SummerSlam. September 16th, Extreme Rules. That is a Raw exclusive show. September 30th, Hell in a Cell. That's SmackDown exclusive show. So it looks like we won't be getting the dreaded pink rope inside Hell in a Cell. We have October 21st, TLC. That is a Raw exclusive show. November 18th is Survivor Series. And December 16th is Clash of the Champions. So that is our pay-per-view schedule for 2018. Like I said, we'd still like to see less, but we're getting less than we had this year, so I'll take it. Now, as far as Clash of Champions goes, here are my card predictions for that show. We already have one confirmed match. That is, of course, AJ Styles defending his WWE Championship versus Jinder Mahal. And for the rest of the card, here's what I got. I came up with Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan. They're going to be in a 6-man match versus Naomi, Carmella, and Tamina. Only makes sense, seeing as how they made their debut. Now, they could do this match on TV and do something else, but this is just what I was able to come up with off the top of my head. For the United States Championship, I wanted to get these 2 guys involved. Like I said, they don't really have a lot going for them right now, so I figured, why not do a triple threat for the United States Championship? Baron Corbin defending against Bobby Roode and Rusev. It's not the best scenario, but it does give them something to do, and at least they're going after a championship, and then after this, you could segue them into whatever plans, or lack thereof, you have for both Roode and Rusev. But Corbin needs some new challengers, so why not throw him Bobby Roode and Rusev? Like I said, it gets both guys a spot on the card, so to me, it's a win-win. SmackDown Tag Team Championships, I have the Usos defending against Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, and the stipulation that I have here is, a Falls Count Anywhere stipulation, due to the fact that we've seen the Usos get counted out, what have you, so why not attach a Falls Count Anywhere stipulation? That way it allows these 2 teams to, go throughout the entire arena and take it to each other. So that way there wouldn't be any chance of count out or what have you, or disqualification. I haven't seen a Falls Count Anywhere match in a while, so it would be something refreshing, especially for a tag team match. And like I said, I just feel like this match could use a stipulation, seeing as how we already seen them have a singles match on TV and several, singles matches between Benjamin, Jey Uso, Chad Gable, Jimmy Uso, what have you. All different types of combinations, so I feel put a stipulation on it helps up the ante. For the women's match, for the women's championship, I have Charlotte defending against Natalya with a no DQ stipulation. Like I said, gives them a little bit more room to work with, where we've seen them have the singles match on Smackdown. Had one this past week until it was interrupted by Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan. Attach the no DQ stipulation. Like I said, gives them a little bit more room to work with. No chance of, interference leading to the disqualification. So yeah, just put a no DQ stipulation on this. Kind of blow off, this little feud that's been going on between Charlotte and Natalya, and then move them both on to other things after this. So this is an interesting one. I was thinking, Shinsuke Nakamura, what could you do with him? He's been kind of just there, not really. He lost to Jinder Mahal twice. Wasn't a fan of that. He was on Survivor Series, so that was good. So this is what I was able to come up with on this card. Shinsuke Nakamura versus... Now this has to happen. This would be the only way I'd want to see this. Otherwise, no thank you. Shinsuke Nakamura versus a heel Randy Orton. We all know in the past Orton has said he's just getting tired of playing a babyface. He's a natural heel. Obviously, he's been going through the motions these past couple months, and it shows. So I think if you turn him heel, give him a reason to. Maybe he's jealous of the fans gravitating towards Shinsuke Nakamura. The upstart, and he just gets jealous. He's sick and tired of it, so he's just gonna take him out. Whatever type of story you want to come up with to turn Randy Orton heel, because he desperately needs it. And I think if you put a heel Randy Orton in there versus Shinsuke Nakamura, like I said, I enjoyed their match on SmackDown they had a couple months ago. I think it would be a great addition to this pay-per-view. It would, maybe lead to a feud between these two for a couple months before the Royal Rumble kicks off. So there you go. Like I said, helps fill that time, and it could be interesting. So yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura versus a heel Randy Orton. Finally here, I have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus The New Day, Big E and Kofi Kingston. And I'm going to add one more stipulation to this. The winning team, this will be a number one contenders match. They will become the new number one contenders to whoever wins the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. That way it helps up the stakes. It's not just a match for match sake. Like I said, we've seen interaction between these two teams, so I think it will lead to a match at the pay-per-view, but I would add the number one contendership stipulation on it. Like I said, that way there's a new challengers in line for whoever is SmackDown Tag Team Champions. And like I said, we round out with AJ Styles versus, I said Shinsuke Nakamura. I want to see that match, but not till WrestleMania, versus Jinder Mahal. So that is my Clash of Champions 2017 card predictions video. Guys, as you all know how this works, leave your predictions, your card predictions down below in the comments section. What are you guys able to come up? What do you like about my card? What don't you like about my card? Feel free to express yourselves, in a respectful manner, and we'll get that dialogue going and what have you. But I want to say thank you for watching this video. Be sure to click my like and subscribe button for more video content coming soon to this channel. And be on the lookout for me in my next video, whenever that may be, here on youtube.com/DanielGuyza412. Be sure to check me out on Twitter at DanielGuyza412 as well. So that is it, guys, for this video. I want to say thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys whenever my next video will be. So until then, thanks for watching.